Allow me to introduce that access over database nga tusooka tusome ku theoretical part. Today tusome ku theory yeka tulabe how database are relating atya to access, kuba ebintu bi confusing. Omuntu bamugamba agenda asoma database ate wakebera mu laptop ye tasanga mu database, asanga mu access ate bamugamba use access. So bagala kulaba access evaawa era database evaawa era what is database bit. Nja ku sharing a screen. Let me share my screen. Kansube munzikirize okusharing a screen. Munzikiriza sharing.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let me share.
Tukiriza teacher.
So olaba nti if you take database olaba nti gye gino emirimu gy'ogenda ofeesinga, gye gino emirimu gy'osobola oku like to find in the market. So ogenda kulaba nti osobola okuba general junior Microsoft, this one general, this one junior. Woteekako profession kuba access alimu developer kati saagala abatwala mu part of developer kuba access gwengenda obasomesa just how to use like over junior. Tosobola wonna ayagala okuba expert developer ojja kubye bijja kweyongeramu naye tusooka naku ng'omuntu atanaba kuyiga kutambula, tugenda kuyiga kutambula in access kuba access are very wide and are very important. Are very important than Excel. That's why to junior bino byogenda osajja n'emirimu gy'osobola okala okulaba market gye oba osachinga. These are title of jobs. Kumu abalina M abakola ICT purposely nga mwagala funa mulimu. To me ICT njitwalanga is like hobby to me. Siwechinga nga kufuna kunoonya mulimu mu ICT. I don't even sikirowoozangako kati tusamuwano nga goal ye yakulu mulimu is okay. Gye gino emirimu woba osomye access gye gino emirimu gy'olina okubanga osachinga about gy'olina okubanga you like ebintu by'ogenda okuyiga mu access bikukkiriza okubanga osobola okola like to apply these jobs. So let me go to this one, and this is the app gye bayita access. Naye before access Microsoft Office, what is database? Lwaki era tukozesa access? Lwaki tetusoma kintu kye bayita database nga as the thing goes into database? Allow me to introduce nti ekigambo kye bayita data. Let me hope nti buli muntu amanyi ekigambo kye bayita data. Kyekitegeeza. If someone talk about data, what comes to your mind? Simply data.
The information, correct?
Information, yes, that is okay. A raw fact, information, or unprocessed information. That could be a data. So, if I sent it is maybe if I sent information about something, or about you, igi singa ngamba nti I want maybe I would like your name, let me just say name, comma age, comma height, maybe 8, color, I think color, then maybe I think that is enough. All of these things, name is a data, age a data, or anything about you, it is a data. Kati tuyinza okuba nga data tugitegedde nti maybe anything which can talk about you. Tuyinza okuba ne data in forms of picture, tuyinza okuba ne data in forms of audio, over music in your laptop, that is a data, over a video, or a character like a Ugandan shillings, or any kind of a character. Could be it is termed as data. So tulaba nti tulina laptop yaffe esobola okuba ne data nga wanjawulo. Data is in different format. Esobola okuba character, esobola okuba information, esobola okuba number, even number 1, number 2, it is called data. Let me hope nti buli muntu ategedde data kyetegeeza. Kasubire buli muntu amanyi kati naawe ategedde kiki kye bayita data. Kati mu data oyo woba olina data wooti, woba olina data nga tugeze oyagala tegeera laptop biki, kati ne laptop esobola okuba ne data yayo. Tugeze oyagala tegeera model ya data nti eno laptop gye nkozesa bagiyita Dell, erina storage weight, by company weight yagifulumiza, core generation eri weight. That is data about your laptop. So we need to store that data so that if someone comes and ask about your laptop, you can easily access that data somewhere where you stored it, isn't it? So the reason why we need to store our data is to easily access it. Another one, to modify it. Oyinza okuba nga awandiika nti eri Dell naye ng'erinnya si Dell, oliraba bulabi wali naye nga ekituufu ekiri munda si Dell. Oyinza okuba oyagala erinnya ettuufu liri HP. So you need to modify that. That is modification. Another thing, we need to protect our data, because if you don't protect your data, oyinza omuluzinga noba nga omuntu akubuuza nga tomulina. Another thing, you need to analyze. When you analyze your data, it means you can compare and you see this one is better than, or I'm making, or it's in terms of business, in another data about business, or take guarantee I'm making a profit or I'm making a loss. I need to do this or this and this, or adjustment so that I can move or I can go forward. So those are reasons why we need to store data. So another thing, when you come in your mind oyagala ku storing data, it means you need to have what you call a container again of storing your data. Ekyo kigenda tutwala ku point gye bayita database. Kyekyo ekigambo kye tusinga okuwulira, database. Kati omuntu ayinza okubuuza, what is database? A database, kasubira mu notinga obuntu buno mu ngeri yammwe ngenge gye mutegeeramu namwe. Omuntu ayinza okubuuza, what is a database? A database, it is nga bwe tugambye nti data is what. So we need to even to store. Where do we store our data? In code, it is called a database. A database could be like a container which can store data electronically. Electronic means using a laptop. Omuntu tugamba electronically using a computer generally, but you can store your data using your mobile. That is a laptop, or that is a computer also. A tablet is a computer. Abamu bamanyi nti woba ne laptop that is the only computer, but a smartphone yon any gadget ngekozesa smart ng'erina kye bayita oteekamu information n'atuulamu mwene gadget, it is called computer. Omuntu ayinza okugenda mu lift nalowooza that is not a computer. A lift is also a computer. So we have very many computers. So a database is like a container, storing electronically, storing data electronically. Let me hope that point is also clear. Maybe let us say a database, we said is maybe a collection of data, or a container which can collect data. Again, the definition is really clear in more details, but we are just understanding vertically. So just hope me to understand them, like mungeri jembi nyonyolam, so that you can understand them. Tugambye nti data mukitegedde, kati tuli ku point gye bayita database. A database ekifaananyi kye nyiza okuwaako ekitono nti ebanga store mwe tutereka data, a container which can store data, but a difference is in this one it is electronically stored, which means we use a gadget that is a computer to store this data. Let me hope nti your point mugitegedde.
Yeah, teacher.
So we tuba tumaze okustoringa data waffe nga tutegedde nti what is a database, why, how can we relate a database with access and even the even database management system. So tulabye nti when you are collecting or when you are storing your data otugenda zikitwalinga mu database, kitegeeza nti a container tujja gizimba ng'esobola storinga data, but according to data kigwe tugenda storingamu kijja twetaagisa okuba ne database okubanga ematchinga with that data gwe tugenda storingamu. So we have what we call different types of data. Data mu types ze tulina kye bayita relation kitegeeza nti data is stored in the form of table and different tables whereby we can relate a table to a table, we can connect a table to a table. So a container naye container ebeeramu kye bayita obusenge bwe tusobola ozimbamu so that we can store different details or data, but we can relate them to make or to communicate something or to present something which is good. For instance, oyinza okuba n'essomero nga gwe headmaster ng'olina abaana, olina okuba ne student information ng'ali ku table ya eri separate, n'oba ne result scoring result yaba student, the same student naye nga it is a different table. So you can connect informational details about the student and even the scoring nguba or rating. That is what we call relation. Then what we call non-relation ejja kuba flat nti buli kimu kibeera mu the same table, which means nti oba oyagala details z'abaana oba oyagala result zijja kubeera omwo nga ziri mixed. So types of data base nge container mubeeramu obusenge, but however we tuba tulina kye bayita tugambye nti database is storage, but in order to store this data in the database we must have what we call database management. It is called database management, I think, management system. This database management system ebanga software ekuyambako to organize your storage over your store. Ekitegeeza nti without database management system tetusobola kustoringa information mu database nga container itself. Tulina okuba ni database management system as a tool to manage the storage, to manage the database, the database. So eno tools yekuyambako to organize, to arrange, to make, to sort, to get the data be accessed, to protect, to give the dimension of that data, or to give the meaning of that data. Eyo tool eba software, over because we are dealing with a computer. So examples of those tools, we have what we call access. One access weyingirawo. Examples of database management. Examples of DBMS, that is database management system. We have access. Yeno access jetulabye waggulu. So access eyingiriramu wano, it is a software ekuyambako managinga kye bayita okumanaginga database. That's why omuntu wakugamba nti tugenda soma database, kitegeeza olina agamba ngenda soma access, it means agenda kosa access to manage data which is in database. That's why nti oli wagamba database aba ategeeza access mulimi olwangu ngagenda nga mulimi olwangu kale nga ye nga waba kitegedde naye nga kati gwo kitegedde olaba nti waliwo enjawulo y'amaanyi wa mukitegedde tigosomye data notegera what is data notegera what is database as a container notegera what is database management system notegera that is a tool or a software that can manage a database. So examples of database management system, we have what you call access. Kansubira obuntu obwo mubutegedde mubutegedde bulungi. Okay, these are the notes wetugenda okulaba wetugenda obitegeera bulungi nti tugenda ku understanding what we call database and database management. So we're gonna see what is the maybe understanding what is data. These are the notes which I'm gonna send to you and you read by yourself. Kale mubukakamu kiri kyenyonyonyodde just mbadde just mbagulirawo just like curtain how to just help you to understand these notes. There is no techikola makulu kuba notes nga temuinako idea oba mukyegede oba omuntu nowanasoma ekintu kyatalinako idea kijjamu calories. That's why I first explain something, understanding of data. As we define what is data, I expect you kubanga now you have maybe a small picture about what is data. You can see data is a raw fact, you can define it a raw fact, a figure, what a symbol. We saw that. So these are the notes, examples of data. We said data can be age, what, anything which it is not organized. It can be a data. So a name, address, what, when you mix them and you put there, that is data. Then we can see, these are the examples, but however we can give other examples as we saw. Then we can define what is a database now. A database, we saw it is like a container. You can see even this icon, it's telling it it's a container, which is in like represented in electronic form. So the first thing, it organizes, because since it is a container electronically, organizes, organizing and then collecting. Then another part of it, it gives you a structured way. It means it is the one to detect over to determine what kind over which data over netegante ono data agenda wano ono data namuteeka wano ono data inakubeera wano. That is a structure storage. Data wa information about network alina kugenda mu only akasanduku ka network talina kuba mixed with others. That is structure storage. Then a database to is a container, but erinamu kye bayita organization ekola organization ne collecting ne kuwa ne storage nga ekuwa accordingly to the data you want to store. So efficient options, it means it can grant you to access your data according to what you want. Like ogenze mu bank, ogenze gwe Yazid, buying information about all your details about mumanyi information got why before you open an account. But what you are requiring, you want only to withdraw 10,000. Tuwetaga kutegeera biri ebirala. So ejja tegeera nti ono Yazid kyasabye asabye 10,000. Njagala ku 10,000 ku sente ze ekyokubiri. Njagala mudize balance out of the zalina ekyokusatu njagala pini ye jengendo omusaba. Ebyo byokka byegenda okujjayo, tegenda kujja information ye number of date of birth, bamuzalawa, ani next of ebyo tegenda bitunulako. Ejja kujja information ye ali required particular that time. Chebaita efficient operation. It means you can access it. So another thing, olaba nti wano waliwo types of database. Database njembagambye nti nge container eyinamu chebaita types zazo. Types like ebika. Each container waliwo container ngeri yetu. So container inamu ebika. Just note the major one, a very common, it is relation and non-relation. Relation, the first one, agenda storing data in terms of row and column. Nga etwala mu Excel. That is in tabular format. So, our examples of that, this one, it is a tapes, but these are the software which can aid you to do search. Like access, that is the software can help you to manage or to store data in form of relational. So, other types of Zeno. Teziri major, just not relation and non-relation. These others belongs to non-relation. So, wetuvao tugenda kulaba ku database management system. Mbagambye database management system is a tool which can aid you to organize your data in what you call a database. Nti a container woba togiteesemu, woba togiorganizinze, woba togiteesemu bagimaintaininga, woba olaba nti store buli omu agenda kujja asulemu nga waayagala. Ekitegeeza store ejja kuba disorganized. A store yeetaaga management egimanaging okufuuka store wange eri well organized. So database nga yonge store yeetaagamu kye bayita database management system. That is a software managing a database. Chegeza agenda ku managing data go to steadicam na inge managing in general term managing database. So these are the functions that software enables a user to create and maintain and even access data. Then act as an intermediary between the database and its end users or applications programs. Then provide a user-friendly interface for database operation. Then include tools for the data entry, queries, buildings, and reporting, even administration. Then ensure data integrity, security, and consistency. So these are tools that govern or that manage the database. Then these are popular over tools or software mostly with that manage the database. Eno graph chekuwa na graph chekuwa ekuwanti woba ina company nge running like ngoyagala company running like ngawe to for example Facebook running global woba ni company nge running global, it means nti software to gogenda okozesa agenda determininga woba yagala software agenda running data mu database nga agenda kukozesebwa bantu munsi yonna. It means wetaaga software asobola okucommandinga okurunninga nga each and every one munsi yonna asobola mu accessinga. So these are the different types according the coverage oba according what your target data goyagala abeere accessed by who oba your project yonneno kwenkana ki. So woba ni project nga nene, it means nti the software gogenda okukozesa okurunninga your database alina okubanga naye akavalinga project enene. Like Oracle is the common one, but gwe tugenda okuteekako emphasize this one. Woba otegedde ono, it means that you can have an idea about this one. So tugenda okuteeka emphasis on this access. So ojja kulaba nti access running the Microsoft maintain the significant usage among small to medium business and individual users. So in whatever graph nga wegenda bar graph representing how your company over your business over your target is. Like a Facebook we you mulaba naye kosa database how nti oyinza okuba ne searching aba contacts aba registering on Facebook. It means nti buli registering mu Facebook that details zonna baziteeka ne bazitwala mu database so that oli wajana searching erinnya lyo oba registeringayo liveere mu database ye Facebook gwerina nejja nemukuleta nagamba gundi requestinga a name called gundi and gundi nemusindika nekusindikira amanya simply because nti database waabwe ali globally. It means that everyone can search about, can access the database weba tebakikola. Like WhatsApp oba ni contacts oba ni abantu nga ali ku WhatsApp no saving number kaso saving what number nge mu database ye eri database ekuweereza nti this one is registered on what no WhatsApp, so ng'okusobola communicating with such person. That is the importance of database. So that everywhere database weri lwakuba ebimu tugenda biraba bulabi mu maaso tugambe okay tubadde tetubimanyi. So if you are to see these are the objects over objects like importance over how to where do we apply them, that is like application. If you are to see it, data accuracy, that is the one program importance, data accuracy and consistency, ever assured elimination of data redundancy like repetition. More data or access it is not guaranteed. Then secure and control data access. It means you can control your data and you control who is supposed to access your data. Then a data backup and recovery, it is guaranteed there. It always emphasizes you to backup and do what you call recovery. Then even other, this one can facilitate multiple users, so that database telling access to you only one person is allowed to use access this access can be used by multiple. Oyinza okutuula mu office nga abantu bakozesa data y'omu naye nga mu office yenna, it means nti oli ajja mu bujja party gyayagala n'akola kiye kyayagala naye nga bali mu office, obasanga bali mu office buli omu ali busy ali project, buli omu ali ku department yanjawulo naye nga bali ku data ali omu, era nga oli wamubuuza njagala kino agamba genda okebe mu data, genda okebe mu database, genda okebe mu database. It means bali it can give you that freedom of being kale okubanga multiple user can be on that database. Jukire eba container oli ajja n'ajja mu kyayagala, oli n'ajja mu kyayagala, n'ajja mu kyayagala like that. That's why database eba very important. So mu project kale mostly application is mostly database tugisanga wakali they life tujaba mu banking system mweri highly fail everywhere you cannot eliminate database. So Microsoft access in the database lands, where do we access lies in what you call database management system. We said it is just an example. Access, it is an example of database management system. It's like a tool which can help you to manage database. So we can set it to be a desktop, and even we can set it to be to target users like waliwo abantu nga bakozesa 365 until you can log in and you give access to someone nasobola okukozesa your account, nasobola okubanga asobola okukozesa access gwokozesa naawe. That is 365 ng'oli subscriber. You can have that freedom to give to other users. You can share your account and password and give to others. So even it can target you to maybe middle group. So this one is the interface for access to genda giraba practically. If you got to get that practically, like genda some access, which means what are the core component of access. When nkubuuza n'ekibuuzo nti what is access now? It is simply an example of a Microsoft an examples of database management system, or it is a software, or it is a tool used to manage data. In a simple term, a software which can manage database, or a tool, or a software which can manage a database. In a simple term, what is access? So these are the core or component or object like features or ebintu or elements ezogenda osanga mu access byetugenda osanga practically saka mu biki major parts zigenda okulaba ziri tables, how to use tables for storage of data. Then ekyakitugenda okulaba queries to ask our data in tables to get what we want. That is query, that is retrieval, that is ask a question and you get answer specifically. Then forms to enable us to edit data, display data, entry data. tulaba nti these days tetukyagenda ku ssomero kufuuyiringa form when we want to be admitted somewhere oba ku ssomero oba kiki. They just send online form and you just fill it and you send it back. These are the forms for access database. These are the forms. The access can help you to form to guide you or to maybe help you to bring or to come up with a form so that you can send it to someone and you can fill in. Omuntu watalinga data mu form ejo musindikidde kitegeeza nti data yagenda kugenda bugezi direct mu data base agende abe stored in your table naye ngo gomusindikidde wati form kitegeeza nti ogenda kuba specific omubuuze bibyoyagala gwe byoyagala ajjuze abikuweereze ng'obwo biterike ye ajaba amanya ajjuza form naye nga in actual sense oyo data gobo ogiza ku form babalira naye mu database. That's why tuogenda mu company nga wagizako form somewhere bakugamba gwe gundi goli oti ne bakuwa information gyenna kwegamba kitegeeza nti when you fill a form you are like giving access to your, maybe you are giving your data to, maybe access to your data oba kyonna kyoba bawadde kitegeeza nti bakiinako access to ekyo bayita form ekuyamba to enter data, edit and maybe display data. Then report together kulaba how to represent data or how to when you want to get a, maybe a printout copy, then add the copy you can just go to report, you can form a report and get a copy. You can print or you can give it in PDF or you can in another format. This one just to present your data. Then tugenda kulaba bine bibiri macro for automation and VBA modules for programming. Bine bibiri chairman abasoma advanced Excel. Eyabasomesa waba yabikonako nange esobola bikonako waba yabikonako there's no need. That's why nabitese mu grade build grade out because I know nti yabasomesa advanced time tiabikonako it means nange sietaga bikonako waba mu Excel mwabikonako then one baso yogerako nemba temwabyogerako then one there's no need. So ngenda basindika these notes mubirabemu they are just notes. Chembadde njagala mutegeere nti ibanga omanyi kye bayita database management system then access. Bw'oba otegedde access ne data ng'omanyi obigambo ebyo then wenajja nengamba nti tugenda mu access tugenda kusoma kyonna kino ojja kuba toli confused nti again what is that, what is access, what is what omutegedde kasube tuli clear.
Yeah.
Yes, ekyo kyokka kye njagala leero tugende nakyo. I will send this one and you go through slowly ojja kuba nga obitegeera properly.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Tekigasa kubawa notes nga tolina idea. Bibanga select something that kijja obakanga. Naye kati wemaze okwogerako kyemanyi kyenjogeddeko kitono you can make a thorough research about them and you get full details and you understand the things. Kijja twanguira nnyo kubanga we introducing and tugenze mu Excel to open is access tujja kubuzaabuzibwa nti ate what is access ate batugambye mbu database kwegamba tugenda kwebuuza na such questions. Kaswendi clear?
Yeah, teacher.
Yes.
Unless you have a question about that, you can pose a question. Otherwise, nje wagamba musule bulungi mbate muna question.
Sula bulungi teacher.
Kale teacher naye sula bulungi.